You ready? Ready. Thumbs up.
Let's do it.
Okay. Hello and hi. Welcome to Unnecessary Roughness, Barstool's college football podcast. And I'm going to tell you who it's brought to you by because we don't stop enough and thank Twisted Tea. Twisted Tea is a refreshing hard iced tea made with real brewed tea, 5% alcohol. That means 95% other stuff, but 5% is that wonderful alcohol. Full of flavor and very refreshing. It goes down smooth. There's no carbonation, which makes it easy to drink all day long. And listen, we're an all-day podcast. We're an all-day sport, college football. And you need an all-day drink to go with it. Twisted Tea is the perfect alcohol beverage.
Alcoholic.
It says alcohol/beverage, but I just think alcohol beverage is fine. No slash needed.
Or just alcoholic beverage.
Either way.
Okay.
To keep the good times rolling all day long, whether you're hanging out at a friend's house, at the bar, on a weekend getaway, or just looking to let loose, Twisted Tea is there to turn your day up a notch and make a good time a great time.
You know where I'm going to be having Twisted Tea this weekend?
College Station, Texas.
Fuck yeah. Let's go.
And listen, and because she said that, I will tell you, it's a great drink to have after your team loses. And
don't say that. Don't do that. Can we not?
Keep it twisted. Grab a refreshing Twisted Tea today. All right, I'm diving right into it, okay? Right into it. I'm just diving head first into it, okay? Texas A&M, Miami, Alabama, Oklahoma, Oregon, JMU, Tulane, Ole Miss. Take Tulane and Ole Miss, Oregon, JMU, put them to the side right now because I don't know that they would be the answer to this question. If you want to bring them back, go get them. But the question is, out of Alabama and Oklahoma Friday night, A&M, Miami Saturday morning, Big Av, I'll start with you. If you had to put your life savings on the line to which game would deliver the most, which game would be the better one to watch, which game we will be talking about on Monday, which one are you going with out of those two?
I'm going to go Miami A&M.
All right. Before you elaborate, Kayce, I assume your answer is also Miami A&M.
Correct.
You can be absolved of this. T-Bob, what's your answer?
Are you saying most competitive or least blow potential? My instincts are Miami A&M.
You take that question and do whatever your brain needs to do to
Then Miami A&M.
Liam.
Miami A&M.
Which is my point exactly. I think people are sleeping on how good this Alabama-Oklahoma game can be. I think we've seen these two teams play already, and it pushes it down the marquee a little bit. I think the way Alabama played the last 6 weeks of the season has caused people to sleep on them. There was a 6-week stretch this year where they played better than anybody, and I think that game with the defense of Oklahoma, I think it's got a potential to be a very, 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 very good game. It was 23-21 last time, but it was not fun to watch. But Big Ev, I'll let you answer. Miami A&M. Elaborate now on why.
So you said a few of the things. I do think there is something compelling about the interconference matchups, especially at this level.
Sure. When
they're two very good teams, obviously playoff caliber. I think there's something exciting about something fresh, something new. Like you said, we saw Bama, we saw Oklahoma. It was a very good game. It wasn't the most aesthetically pleasing game, but that's kind of the way Oklahoma wants to play, and that's what they made it that way. They give a bunch of yards, but they're able to get off the field, cause turnovers, pick sixes. And the one thing that Oklahoma, I think, is being slept on with them, they have an unbelievable kicker. And I'm probably mushing him. I'm probably mushing the shit out of him right now.
Yeah.
But he is unbelievable. He's a weapon. If they get if they get to the 40, pretty much they got 3 points on the board, which is incredible. But the Miami and A&M, like I said, it's the inner matchups. They both have such elite NFL talent on each side of the ball. And it's not saying that Oklahoma and Bama don't, but I think to higher levels, A&M and Miami do with the Reuben Baines and the Malachi Tonys and some of the guys on like a CJ Daniels and guys like that. Like I just think and even just the Carson Beck storyline is incredible. A&M getting a big home game like this, first playoff game they've ever had. College Station's that obviously gonna be rocking. I wish the game wasn't at noon. I think that probably gives a little more juice to the Oklahoma game just because it's at night. But still, I think it's two teams for them where it feels like uncharted territory a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Where like as Alabama, we've seen them in these big games over the years. Oklahoma, not as much recently, but we still have in our lifetime. We've seen them in the national championship, big games. Miami and A&M, it's been a long time. Long time. A&M really, it's been ever. So yeah,
Ever.
I think
Quite
there's
literally.
something intriguing about
You'll take a swing at this answer?
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, it's because I'm going to be there. It's my school. But I do think that, and Ev hit on it, that it's uncharted territory for both of these teams in this new era. But also the big storyline going into the college football playoff selection committee's reveal was what was going to happen with Notre Dame. Well, Miami and A&M are the reason that Notre Dame is left out. They're the two teams that Notre Dame.
Oh, they are the Notre Dame cousins, aren't they?
Yeah, they're the one, we beat them, Miami beat them. So, it's the battle of that. And then also, I mean, you and I were very high on Miami going into this season. So to see which Carson Beck shows up, and I know we'll break down the game, but to me, outside of even just the Aggie element of it, it's because we haven't seen these two teams play. They have a common denominator. They both beat Notre Dame, but they haven't played each other yet.
T-Bob, you want to take a swing at it?
Yeah, fatigue factor's real, like Big Ev's getting at, and there's excitement and novelty. Really exciting players all over the field when you're talking about Ruben Bang versus Cassius Howell rushing the passer on opposite sides. I mean, weapons like are Concepcion and Craver playing? Am I getting my headlines confused? Yeah, my bad. I was thinking of Decoria Moore.
Yes,
yeah, with Concepcion and Craver, and then on the other side you got Malachi Toney. Like it's got star power, it's got novelty. And then also, Brandon, I said this morning on Wub, and I think I still believe this. I think these are less flawed teams than the Alabama Oklahoma matchup that we are compared to. I think they're more complete teams, and the setting of Kyle Field for a playoff game is going to be filled with so much energy as to, like, it's going to be palpable. You're gonna be able to feel it through the screen. So yeah, I think there's ample reason to be really, really hyped for this weekend come noon.
And I disagreed with you this morning, T-Bob, on those two teams being less flawed than I think A&M, Miami, Alabama, Oklahoma. I think they're probably all equally flawed. But I will push back on one thing you said there, because your point is very valid. Kyle Field will be crazy. This is also the first home game ever at Oklahoma in the playoff, correct?
Yeah.
So
yes, but again, A&M's belief level is different, and like Ev said, Oklahoma's been on these stages before.
That's where you're wrong again, and
No,
it ain't about A&M.
Oh,
you ain't met an Oklahoma fan. If you think their belief level is less than A&M,
that's fair too.
You're probably right.
A&M is very kind of sure of where they are at this moment, and I don't know if I'm sure about them, but I know for a fact. Every Oklahoma fan driving an F-150 and between Tulsa and Norman right now is absolutely sure they're beating Alabama this weekend, and they're absolutely sure they're beating Indiana next weekend. So,
Oklahoma fans also don't like you.
Fair. But then again, A&M fans don't either.
That's true. That's a good
everybody
point.
Line up.
Yeah, the text messages that I get from like my guy friends that I went to school with, like they know how close you and I are, and then they'll also be like, but also tell him to fuck himself.
Yeah, tell him. Grab each other's nuts and call me in the morning. All right. Well, I guess we can dive in.
Well, that's the difference. That's what I meant too by the belief. It's like not belief that they're going to win, but just belief in the program, desire for football success. What I thought you were going to say, and I think this might have been a good counterpoint to mine, is Oklahoma fans are maybe a bit more desperate and hungry for this than I'm giving them credit for. Because yes, while they have been on this stage, they went through a bit of an identity of crisis and confidence over the last couple of years, where like they thought that this empire that they thought was going to last forever had completely fallen. Now all of a sudden they're back alive. So there is a hunger element there. But again, A&M, they have been striving to be on this stage and they never tapped out. The fans are completely cultish and obsessed. So yeah, I think it's going to be just an unreal, as good of a college football atmosphere as you can find.
I'm going to go back over to the shelf. I'm going to put those two games on the shelf and take the other two off. Of Tulane, Ole Miss, JMU, Oregon. And I'll ask that question right after Kayce reads this ad.
Well, there's another big sporting event going on this weekend. Do you know what it is?
Sure do.
It's the Jake versus Joshua Judgment Day on Netflix.
That thing happened fast.
It happened so fast. By the way, shout out Netflix. Also, Pardon My Take, The Ryan Russillo Show, and Spittin' Chicklets on Netflix now.
And Unnecessary Roughness will be available at Ray's Rent-A-Movie in West Point, Mississippi. So congratulations to us.
So, Ev, I mean, you're a fighting guy. How excited for this matchup are you? Jake versus Joshua.
Genuinely very excited. I just recorded Spinning Backfist. Me and Jack Mack were talking about it. Without a doubt, the most excited I've been for a Jake Paul fight. And I'm not even It's not because of like I'm a Jake Paul hater and I want to see him get knocked out. Do I think he's going to get knocked out viciously? Yes, I do. But I think that's part of the spectacle. Me and Jack were talking. Jake Paul laid out on the mat maybe one of the biggest internet moments like ever in the history of the World Wide Web.
Yeah, it's gonna.
So I think I'm excited for it because I think Josh was taking it seriously, and I think he's gonna just flatline him. But I think it's the spectacle. It's more the like I said, the spectacle of the fight itself, of seeing them in the ring and seeing this just gargantuan heavyweight fighter who's not some washed up MMA fighter. He's a legit boxer who was fighting heavyweight. He's literally gonna fight Tyson Fury in like 6 months. He's fighting Jake Paul on Friday. It's insane.
The Paul brothers, they get the people going. This will be live on Netflix Friday night tomorrow if you're listening on Thursday, but Friday night at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, live on Netflix. Watch Jake Paul versus Anthony Joshua. It's a double screen night. You got Alabama, Oklahoma, and Jake versus Joshua.
All right. So of the other two games, it is Tulane at Ole Miss. It is JMU at Oregon. Obviously, the 11 seed, the 12 seed, both big-time underdogs. I believe one's 17, one's around 20. Nobody gives either of them a chance. But Big F.
I have a question for you before you get to that.
Yeah.
I was watching Wake Up Barstool this morning.
Sure.
Were you being a little bit too nice because Ebo was on the show when you were saying that, well, we don't know. They're still getting ready for a football game. It could be competitive.
No, my point is what I've always told you about A&M.
Oh, that's...
No, listen. You don't know what point I'm making.
You're right. You're right. I got a little too excited.
Whenever I said what I said about Marcel Reed and everything, and I said I don't believe in A&M, all A&M fans were like, you motherfucker, I hate you. You're so stupid. And all you had to say was, we're fucking 10-0. Mm-hmm. Nothing anybody like me says matters. And you're absolutely, A&M fans were menstruating about it online, and they were just absolutely melting down because I said, hey, I don't believe in you. Who really gives a fuck at the end of the day if I believe in you? Because at the end of the day, you're either going to win or you're going to lose. For JMU and Tulane, who gives a fuck what I say? On Saturday, JMU fans will be in the stands of a goddamn playoff game.
That's fair.
They will be playing in the playoff. And to get sensitive about what Brandon Walker says, what Josh Payne says, what Kayce Smith says, what T-Bob says, is antithetical. Just stick your middle fingers in the air and say, guess what? We're fucking in the playoff. And there's not a goddamn thing you can do about it. That's what I say. That's what I was getting across to Ebo.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Now, Big F. JMU, 21-point dogs on the road at Oregon. Tulane, 17-point dogs on the road at Ole Miss. Seems like an easy answer. I'll see if anybody zags or if they just stay zigging. Which one would you give more of a chance to win on Saturday?
I think neither have any chance to win, but if I had to pick one, I'll say JMU, just because we saw Tulane, we saw Ole Miss, we saw what it looked like. It was a blowout.
And that's why I think Tulane's the answer.
I think they're both going to be blowouts. I just think when I think of what I remember watching about that game is I know Tulane definitely had some drives where they drove down. They ended up turning over on downs a few times. But I remember I just JMU. The thing I fall back on with JMU is I've given them shit online and all that about them getting in the playoff. But when they played Louisville, who again is not nearly as good of a team as Oregon, early in the year they had Louisville on the ropes for like little more than a half there, and they made some really bad mistakes in the fourth quarter. They ended up losing by like 14 or whatever it was.
Yeah.
If they can keep it close early, you never know. I just think Oregon's playing so well right now, and I think they kind of learned they got a slice of humble pie last year in the playoff. Obviously, different team, different everything, but still. So I think JMU, weirdly, I think has a chance to maybe keep it close into the second half. But again, I kind of wouldn't be shocked at all if they both just lost by like 40 points.
T-Bob, Tulane, or I mean, I don't even know why I'm asking.
Yeah.
His answer is as obvious as the day is long, but he's also probably right. Go ahead, T-Bob.
Well, no. But again, so it's a bit odd. I think that JMU is the better Group of 5 team. If this question was JMU versus Tulane, I would take JMU to win that game. But I also believe we're kind of sleeping on Oregon. I think this is an even more complete Oregon team than we saw last year that went undefeated and won the Big Ten championship. And I was arguing because I think the defense is slightly better. Now, and then you look at Ole Miss, Tulane. And there's just a couple of unignorable elements. The chief of which is the drama that Ole Miss has been through recently. Extended Lane Kiffin saga, entering this game without their head coach. And that's always a hard thing to parse. How much do they or don't they matter? And then also I think you saw a Tulane team that, yes, they stumbled against UTSA, but they finished really strong. I think Jake Retzloff is much more comfortable than he was during this first matchup between these two teams. So, yeah, I think, again, JMU versus Tulane, I would take JMU, but I give Tulane a better chance of beating Ole Miss. Because also Ole Miss may be the most flawed, complete team in the entire playoff field. Like Oklahoma's offense is the most flawed unit, but then they bounce out with the championship defense. Ole Miss is like, statistically at least, like good, but not really great. It's just that Trinidad Chambliss has been fucking awesome all year long. And Tulane's similar. Jake Retzloff does everything for Tulane. So yeah, give me the way, but not because of any Louisiana bias.
Can I say something about Ole Miss?
Of course you can.
They're so fucking full of shit.
Oh.
Well, if you look at who's JMU's coach in these playoffs?
Bob Chedlin.
Bob.
Right, and he's UCLA's head coach. And who's Tulane's head coach in these playoffs? John Summerall.
Right.
And he's Florida's head coach.
Yeah.
Ole Miss stood up.
Oh, you're saying Ole Miss the school. Go ahead, sorry. I'm sorry.
You've got some weird break-ins today.
I'm trying to feel your energy.
Ole Miss stood up in front of the world and said, Lane Kiffin, you want to take another job? Get the fuck out of here. And anybody gets on that plane, get the fuck out of here. And then 3 days later, they're like, Charlie Weiss, please come call, please. Please get back on the plane. Come call, please. We can't do it. We can't fucking do it. Like, they acted like the biggest hard asses in the world. Tulane figured it out. JMU figured it out. Ole Miss tried to be this tough bully, like, we're not allowing this. You can't be in our building. But all you other coaches that we need to win the game, please, God, we'll suck your dick. Come back. And that's how fake they are. They're fake. That being said, pretty good team.
May I say that maybe those other two coaches weren't as big of assholes as Lane is?
And nobody is. But nobody's as big an asshole as Ole Miss either. So we all are what we attract in this world. So Tulane went to Oxford a couple of months ago, got their ass kicked, which is why I believe they could keep it closer this time. I believe Summerall and that team got embarrassed. I believe Summerall and that team know what they left on the table there. They know where they went wrong. And Lane Kiffin is one of the best coaches in the country, and his ass is going to be watching from Baton Rouge. Tulane can't win this game, but they can lose like 31-24. That's what I think. Blutman?
Yeah, I pretty much abstain because the Blunt model has both these teams at a 7 out of 100.
Of what?
For the chance of an upset.
Oh, wow. Both of them. Right at
7%.
Crazy.
7%.
Tulane in their favor, Brandon Walker. Sure gotta be hard to be up on a team real bad twice in a year, huh?
I don't know where the desire is from Ole Miss to do it.
That's valid. I mean, they got guys that, as much as they want to say they're loyal and will die for Ole Miss to its core, they still got guys with the foot out the door on the phone trying to figure out their next home.
They don't want to get hurt before they go to Baton Rouge for spring practice.
True.
Yeah.
That's another nice paycheck coming their way. What I worry about with Tulane is what I don't really worry about with JMU, and we'll see how it fares with JMU against a better team, of course, but Tulane, their speed on defense or their lack thereof becomes pretty evident with the amount of gash plays that they give up time and time again. I just think Ole Miss is going to be able to hit big plays downfield on them through the air a good bit, and obviously Kwan Lacey's an absolute terror to bring down the backfield and menace in the red zone. For JMU, the one thing that truly is in their favor is the injuries in Oregon's wide receiver room. You have 3 guys who are working their way back in practice, hoping to come back and be ready, but the likelihood is they're not all playing in this game, and hopefully we do see them all in the playoff at some point, but that does play into JMU's favor. And JMU plays offensively, they're going to want to play ball control. What they did in that game against Louisville a long, long time ago was ball control, run the rock at a very high successful level, and the game flipped. The game did flip when their right tackle went down with injury, and they can't hold up in their protections anymore, and their run blocking isn't as good. Like, that was a very key injury, and Alonzo Barnett was still just coming back from an ACL tear. So it's like JMU's gotten better as the season has come on. If they played Louisville in like, I don't know what, November, I honestly think JMU will have won. I don't know though. Like, I think both these games are, sad.
Brandon, are we about to move on? Because we left out one key piece of information.
Well, we're going to be around these subjects all day long, but go ahead, drop whatever you need to drop right here.
Said on Wub this morning, but if you're asking me, can Ole Miss fuck up a big opportunity in the sport of football? The answer is always a resounding yes.
Mm-hmm.
So just be on the lookout for that. And just remember that, guys.
And I don't think Oregon has near the capability to do it as Ole Miss does.
All right.
I'm more excited about that game.
I'm gonna ask you another question after I'm gonna use. What?
Nothing. Go ahead.
I'm going to kind of massage the Cracker Barrel game of the week.
Okay.
Okay. And I'm going to use the Cracker Barrel game of the week to ask a question.
I like that.
Okay. And my Cracker Barrel game of the week, this game of the week segment is brought to you by Cracker Barrel. Cracker Barrel is giving you all the more of what you already love, like the hash brown casserole that I love so very much. The meatloaf, thank you very much. The all of it, the chicken fried chicken.
Broccoli cheddar chicken.
The broccoli cheddar chicken,
Didn't
thank
you guys have pancakes or something?
Of course we had pancakes. You think me and Big Ev are going to stay at Cracker Barrel and not have pancakes? What's your problem?
Yeah, you're right.
We did.
Obviously we did. What's our deal?
Also, the best syrup too.
100% great syrup. It's even better than I remember. I get the same feeling every time I go to a Cracker Barrel, but now there's more to it. See how Cracker Barrel is bringing you more crave-worthy comforts, country hospitality, and all the more to enjoy. Swing by and visit Cracker Barrel today. I'm going to use this Cracker Barrel game of the week discussion spot to spark a discussion. There are 8 teams playing this week. Mm-hmm. Texas A&M, Miami, Alabama, Oklahoma, JMU, Tulane, Ole Miss, Oregon. Mm-hmm. Say rank them 1 through 3. Maybe, yeah. Rank them 1 through 3. Whatever. Who's most likely out of this group if you said one of these teams is winning the national title? Oh. I'm guaranteeing you right now, one of these teams is making a run and winning the national title. Who do you put your stamp on? Because I think there's one clear and obvious answer.
I do too.
And I don't think my answer is what yours is. You just say one. You don't have to rank them. Of these 8 teams, I tell you right now, I've got a time machine. I've gone forward. One of these teams wins the national title. Big F, who is it?
This might be, I don't know if anyone's going to say this. Oklahoma. And here's why.
Love it.
Because they have the ability to lure you into a low-scoring dogfight that maybe some of these teams don't want to be in. They may not be the most complete team. They're definitely not, because their offense leaves lots to be desired. But I think of the 4 teams that I think we're really discussing here, I think they have by far the best defense, and I think that is arguably the best unit of anyone. And like I said, their special teams, they're very opportunistic. They turn the ball over. I think they have the ability, or say they win this game, they play Indiana. Can they muck it up? Can they turn it into a 17-14, a 13-10 kind of game? Do what they need to do, not pretty, but get it done. I think I trust them to do that more than I trust like a Bama, who I think I just don't have a lot of faith in. Bama generally, I think, would be 4th in my list out of the four big teams we're talking here.
I definitely think there's 6 big teams here, but Kayce, I'll let you do yours. Right.
I had a brain.
That's all right.
We knew what you meant.
I was thinking the 2 big games.
You're all good. You're all good. Kayce, you know what? Just speak your truth.
My heart and my head are saying 2 different answers right now, Brandon. So I'm going to go with my heart, even though it's a dumb bitch a lot. Mm-hmm. It's A&M. It's Texas A&M. No, I was telling the guys before we sat down and do this, I was listening to Gruden's breakdown of the game that he does with Jake. It's like an hour-long Miami A&M.
Jake's preview.
Yes, Jake's preview.
Jake, by the way, shout out Jake Malasek. I didn't know he talks that much during these previews. That's maybe I should have been paying.
Jake's preview.
Yes, Jake's preview.
He talks a lot.
We were having Jake on the show the other day. We were like, "What are you doing, Jake?" He said, "Working on my game preview for Texas A&M Miami."
I don't know what
brother, that's John Gruden's preview.
I don't know what I expected because I was texting with Coach the other day and he was like, Jake and I are about to do it. I was like, Jake's on. Anyways, no, there are a lot. The matchup with Miami is very concerning and they brought up a lot of things. You should go watch it. It's great. But I will say, I mean, I do think if A&M can play our best game, which we have not seen for a full game of football this year. We've had two really bad halves. The first half against South Carolina, the second half against Texas. But if you like gun to my head, if I had to pick of the 6 teams, I think it's Oregon. And I think Oregon, when you look at the way that they played against Indiana this year, and they just got punched in the mouth, where me included, a lot of people did not think that Indiana was going to be as good as they were. This defense is playing really well. I believe in this Dan Lanning team, but of course I'm going to go with A&M. I think A&M having the extra week off, not going to the SEC championship, getting right, that defense can play really well. Marcel Reed, Le'Veon Moss is supposed to be back, so I'm going to say A&M and Oregon.
T-Bob, one of these teams is going to win the national title. That team is, of course.
Yeah, so I like Ev's take on Oklahoma, but I feel like I interpret it a little bit differently. That defense makes them capable of beating anybody on the field, anybody in this tournament on a given day, but the offense makes them too inconsistent to make the full run.
Their offense is very bad.
Texas A&M would have been my answer for likely much of the year, but they flagged so hard kind of at the end of the season that they've given me some reason to doubt there. I'll be honest about Miami. Miami's a wild card to me. I did not watch a lot of Miami after the losses, and that's on me. So I know they've been putting in great work. We mentioned all the stars they got. Like, maybe Miami's the answer here, but I'm not equipped well enough to answer that. I don't believe in Ole Miss. I don't believe in Alabama. So for me, I land on Oregon, and it is the consistency. Because this is a team that is elite both offensively and defensively consistently throughout the entire year. And if you're talking about winning in a tournament setting, that's what it's going to take to make a run from this first round. The only thing that does concern me is they don't really get after the quarterback. Like, they're not a terribly disruptive front seven, and it also does feel like in a one-off playoff tournament setting, there may be no greater single asset to have than the ability to fuck with the opposing quarterback. So I'm answering Oregon even with that Achilles heel in mind.
Blutman, one of these teams playing this weekend wins the national championship. That team, of course, is...
I went with Oregon as well. I think the eventuality of getting DeCorian Moore and possibly Evan Stort back is absolutely significant. This is an offense. What?
I was sorry, my bad. Intrusive thoughts. That was just a very funny way of saying Stewart. It reminded me of the old Mad TV skit that you've definitely never seen.
Don't bring this up, please. We have
did I fuck this up?
We have fought this fight before, my friend.
Say it.
I'm sorry.
Stort. He's saying with an O.
Start.
Yeah. Continue.
Do you know that you're saying it wrong?
Continue.
Stort Little.
Hey. Continue.
Sorry, I felt like that might have been.
My bad.
Yeah.
Don't continue.
No, you're good.
Baseball at your face.
You're good. Having those two back in the offense at some point will do wonders for them. And Dante Moore, who is not only trying to will Oregon to a national championship, but establish himself as a guy that can be QB1 the upcoming draft, or again, at the very least, QB2, of course. But Dante Moore's playing for a lot of money this postseason, and he has been so good since the pick six against Indiana. He has been playing lights out, pro level throws all across the board, and it's been without some of his best weapons. You get them back in the mix, and it does get scary when they're able to stretch the field with DeCorian, when they're able to throw jump balls to Evan Stewart, when they're able to just get the ball to Kenyon Sadiq in the flat and let them work and do lethal damage at their catch. And Oregon finally at health has so many layers of offense that you've got to defend now, and that gets really difficult. So I have Oregon there. I don't. Are we doing bracket predictions on this show today?
Let's do it.
Fine.
I didn't. Okay,
we
I
can.
didn't know if
We can.
Okay, then I'll
I guess
speak on
we
that
probably
later.
should have.
Speak on that later. I got Oregon.
While we're glazing Oregon, can I add some numbers that I found?
I'll talk eventually.
Oh, my bad, Brandon. You go first, and then I can glaze with Oregon numbers.
I have nothing to say about Oregon, so you do Oregon right now, and then I'll say my team.
Okay, so most explosive team in the country. They've gained at least 20 yards on 10.5% of their snaps this season. So 1 out of every 10 plays is going for over 20. That's pretty wild. 5th in offensive success rate, 5th in defensive S&P plus. How about this? 4th best team in the country at avoiding 3 and outs, 5th best team in the country at forcing 3 and outs. So I just wanted to show those to kind of put some numbers behind the consistency on both sides of the ball that you're seeing out of Oregon.
Who is going to win the national championship of these 6 teams? 8.
These 8 teams, yeah. Let's be fair. Let's be fair. There's 8 teams, kind of. Yeah.
The 6 teams.
8 planes and 8 buses will be carrying teams to games this week.
Okay, fair.
It's the Alabama Crimson Tide.
Oh.
And I'll tell you why.
Cuck.
They have not a cuck move at all. They started the season with an embarrassing loss to FSU. Mm-hmm. They ended the season kind of sputtering. They ended the season losing to Oklahoma, then not being good against Auburn, getting killed by Georgia. They've had 2 weeks off since that game. I refuse to believe they are going to stand as men and accept -3 rushing yards against Georgia. And Oklahoma beat them 23-21. Alabama had a post-game win expectancy of 96%, which doesn't matter for that game. Oklahoma gets the win. Oklahoma gets the headlines. Oklahoma gets everything. But going forward, they play again, and I'm playing a team that I know that I had them. I was better than them that day. I just fucked up so much, I allowed them to get a win and sneak into this playoff. And for all the talk of Oklahoma's defense being the very best unit in this field, in this game and everything, and they are excellent. They are fantastic. Oklahoma's defense is real fucking good. Oklahoma's defense right now ranks, and thank you, Lukey, for preparing this. Mm-hmm. They rank 10th in overall defense in this country, 273 yards per game. Alabama's 12th at 283 yards per game. Oklahoma is 31st in passing, giving up 192 yards a game. Oklahoma giving up 192 passing yards a game. Alabama giving up 158 passing yards a game. That's 7th in the country. Rushing, Oklahoma's got a better defense. Alabama's 37th in the country. Oklahoma's 5th. Scoring, Oklahoma's giving up 14 points a game, 7th best in the country. Alabama's giving up 17 a game, 12th best in the country. So Oklahoma's got the better defense, but it's by an inch. And if Alabama's offense can regain that magic they had in the 6 weeks between Florida State and Oklahoma, they have significantly the better offense. They have significantly better weapons, quarterback, and everything. And Kalen DeBoer, if you're a man, and if your players are men, you're not going 0-3 against Brent Venables in Oklahoma. You're just not doing it. They have had your number. Alabama goes on the road right here and wins. And then they have the softer side of the bracket. They're not with Alabama, or they're not with Ohio State.
Or Georgia.
They're not with Georgia. It's why I don't even consider A&M or Miami, because Ohio State's waiting on them. I don't even consider Ole Miss. Georgia's waiting on them. Indiana, very good team. But Indiana,
don't do this. Don't do this.
Indiana in their first Rose Bowl in forever with a name brand. They no-showed the playoff last year.
Don't do it, Brandon. Don't fall into this trap.
Brandon,
don't do it.
They acted like their season was over.
When they beat Ohio State, they acted like this. That was the Super Bowl.
Like that was the.
They're
pinnacle.
crying. They're doing everything. They certainly acted like the hay was in the barn.
So, Ev, I can ask you this question because you went through it last year, and I understand losing to an arch rival is absolutely never going to be an option or an answer. And Ohio State losing to Michigan last year, you could make the argument that it was you had to get punched in the mouth and feel what it feels like to get punched in the mouth in order to play the way that Ohio State did for the rest of the playoff. And to your point, Brandon, Indiana does not have that because they are undefeated. And I know like saying that a loss is a good thing is kind of a loser statement to make sometimes, but I do think it can be accurate, right, Ev?
No, I mean, it definitely can prove to be true. I mean, no, I don't even want to get into Indiana. Indiana's one of those, like, I'm not saying nothing. Like, I want them to get to the national title game. Like, I want my get back. That's all I'll say. But the Bama thing, I feel a little bit like what's the quote in Mean Girls? Like, you're trying to make fetch happen. It's not going to happen.
Yes.
Like, I think Brandon's trying to make Alabama happen, but it's not going to happen.
But why?
Like, they've showed us. they've just showed us time and time again they're just not that good.
Okay.
They're just really not.
When has
and I just don't believe and I think they've played their worst football as the years gone on. Like in the last month, they've looked worse. I mean, Georgia's a great team. Georgia's much better than they were the first half of the year. Georgia looks incredible. They're really, really good. Absolutely a threat to win the national title. But so they blew out Bama, whatever. But every time I watch Bama, I'm just unimpressed. Like I just don't even they outgained the shit of them in that Oklahoma game, no doubt. But I actually think it almost poses worse for them in the sense they gained all these yards. Like they made some mistakes, but they played well outside the mistakes and still lost. And I just think Oklahoma's a better team. But I know Bama, I just don't have this I don't really have a lot of confidence in them.
Let me dive back in there in this one game scenario. Forget that we said Alabama can win the national title. Forget that. Let's one game scenario right here. Alabama, Oklahoma. Sure. Oklahoma's just not a better team than Alabama. Oklahoma is a team, and people say, Alabama didn't look good against Auburn. Oklahoma was an SEC apology away from losing to Auburn. Oklahoma needed an extra man on the field, or an extra 6 men on the field to help them beat. Auburn beat them. Auburn fucking beat that team. And they're sitting here in the playoff because the refs fucked it up, and everybody knows it. Oklahoma went to Alabama and won. Again, they get the headlines of credit. They get here. They're just not a better team than Alabama. And especially Alabama has been a little volatile. They've had bad moments. They've had good moments. Oklahoma's been steady as she goes, solid and everything. But I just am not accepting Oklahoma is flat out a better team than Alabama.
I think statistically go ahead, T-Bone.
In what way?
Well, first of all, I mean, Alabama's rushing offense is one of the worst. I mean, it has to be outside of JMU and Tulane. It has to be the worst in the entire playoff. Their offense has looked awful, and I'm pretty sure Oklahoma, I could be wrong on this, but I'm pretty sure Oklahoma leads the nation in sacks. I believe that's going to be the big matchup here. And I'm just... I think that this Oklahoma defense is going to absolutely wreak havoc on a very one-dimensional Alabama offense.
And I'm the only person here that believes Alabama can win this football game.
No, I think they could.
So I would say this, Brandon. I don't know. The two teams are close enough where I'm not gonna give a firm answer on who's just the flat out better team. The only thing that you said that I would push back on is that the Alabama that Oklahoma's defense is only better than Bama's by an inch. And it's for, I guess, a couple of contextual reasons. I know statistically, they look very close from a yardage and scoring standpoint, but because of how flawed this Oklahoma offense is, I believe the defense has been put in a lot more precarious situations, had to lift a lot more throughout the entirety of the year. But more importantly, it's what Kayce hit on. There is not a more disruptive front seven in the entire country than the Oklahoma Sooners. And that was without our Mason Thomas post-Tennessee game after he had that sick touchdown return. So, he's going to be back now. They still have Taylor Wine, still have Grace Halton. I think that it may look on paper and Alabama's defense is very good. Don't get me wrong. You're right. They've done really well against very good offenses that they faced this year. But I do think the Oklahoma defense is actually still a cut above the Tides.
Now, last year, if I'm not mistaken, this round, home teams went 4-0, did they not? Mm-hmm. 4-0.
Oh, yeah, and the game's in Norman.
The game is in Norman, so we have not yet seen in the expanded playoff, we have not seen a road team win. It's hard for me to believe that we're going to go 2 years in a row and we're going to go 8-0. It's just hard for me to believe that. And
so do you think Alabama has a better chance of winning than Miami?
Yes. Listen, Alabama going into Norman is equipped and ready and has done it going into big. They went to Athens and won. Mm-hmm. They've won on the road. Miami is going to look up on Saturday morning and see 107,000 cult members.
Facts.
And I'm saying that in the nicest way.
No, I know.
They're going to be in an environment they ain't used to being in. Every Saturday to Saturday in the ACC is a whole different ballgame than waking up on one cold December morning, looking up and seeing 108,000 people doing this shit,
swaying,
sawing
them horns off.
To me, and listen, I'm not sure we've seen. I don't think mental toughness is the backbone of Carson Beck's game.
So I'm going to do a game time ad because Lukey sent me the ticket prices to get into Kyle Field, and then we're going to talk about that because that's a huge key of this game. Game time. The college football playoffs are here. Obviously, we know the games that are coming up, but then there's games New Year's Eve, New Year's Day, moving forward. Game time has the best tickets. It gives the advantage back to the fans. It's a hack for unlocking amazing tickets and experiences in just a few taps. All the fees are included, so you see what you pay, and the game time guarantee means you can trust that you'll get 100% authentic tickets on time and at the best price. Lukey sent it to me right now. As you can imagine, tickets are not very cheap to get into Kyle Field this weekend, but there are some great seats right in the lower bowl, section 127, row 12. You can get them for $632 each. And again, that includes fees. You can also do a financing plan with Game Time. So you can go on there, take the guesswork out of buying college football tickets with Game Time, download the Game Time app, create an account, use code RUFF for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply again. Create an account, redeem code RUFF for $20 off. Download the Game Time app today. Brandon, do you know who bought tickets to that game on Game Time? One of your favorite people.
Well, it's not you then.
Well, it's not me. I didn't buy tickets. Shout out A&M to athletic department, but I want you to guess. Who are you excited to see every time we see A&M play?
Johnny?
Lauren?
She's going?
She's going.
You didn't get her free tickets?
I could only get 2, and I take my dad.
Has she asked about me?
She did, actually, today.
Yeah?
She did. She said, are you going to tell Brandon I said hi?
Did you tell her I look good in my hoodie? Take a picture.
Take a picture. Oh, you want me to take a picture and send it to Lauren? Yeah, Lauren and Christine.
Hold on, guys. Give me a second. Listen, I'm not going to try to be too cool, but are you ready? Say 3, 2, 1.
3, 2, 1.
Oh,
yeah, no.
Lauren
and Christine got Game Time tickets. Shout out Game Time.
Make sure she zooms in to see what the hoodie does to my eyes.
Well, I'll get a close up after.
Hey, shout out Game Time. Nutcracker Sunday, the Joffrey Ballet.
Oh, Mr. Game Time over here. He gets 38 tickets every time he goes somewhere.
No, that's not true, Brandon. I crossed my wires. This morning, but Sunday I'm taking the girls to go see Nutcracker at the Joffrey Ballet here in Chicago. And so it's not just for games.
Speaking of Nutcracker, A&M hosts Miami on
Nut Grabber.
Yes, that's a nut grabber.
A&M has that state trooper doing the ceremonial coin toss too.
No, he got fired.
No, he's doing the ceremonial coin toss.
No,
it's going to be nice. That's going to be nice.
It's going to be a nice, lovely.
Instead of tossing a coin,
he sparked the comeback.
Instead of tossing a coin, he's going to toss a Miami player in the air.
No, Liam, you know what? You have my word. If that man is doing the coin toss, I will run out to midfield and tackle him, form tackle his ass.
We got to make this happen.
I will take off from the sideline. Me, Billy Lucci, and Johnny Manziel will go after. No,
I wonder who'd get there first.
Billy.
Almost certainly Johnny, I feel like.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I would hope so.
I feel like Johnny.
It's a little thick now.
Yeah.
If Johnny can't beat me in a foot race, that would be a tough scene. My question leading into this, Carson Beck. So the 2 games that they played this year where they lost, he had 4 interceptions one game and 2 interceptions the other. And Carson Beck, when he plays really well, he is very good. When he gets rattled and if he gets hit early, he does struggle. We saw that at Georgia. We saw it this year in their 2 losses. The big thing with me, and you bring up the atmosphere, and obviously I'm biased, but their atmosphere is going to play into it. But when you talk about Oklahoma's front 7, the number 2 team in sacks in the country is Texas A&M. That front 7 is nasty. Cassius Howell, the SEC Defensive Player of the Year. If they can get Carson Beck on his ass early in that game, that's where I really think you start to see Miami start to unravel. Because when you look at the games they've played poorly, it's because he is put on his ass and makes a mistake early. And that's the biggest thing. And one of the things that A&M has not done well this year is have takeaways. They have not had very many takeaways defensively. So that's the key. But if I'm going to play a quarterback that gets rattled, I want to play Carson Beck.
Can I point something out to you?
Sure.
A&M is not number 2 in sacks.
I thought they were.
No. They're tied for number 1.
Oh.
12 games played, 41 sacks, both Oklahoma and Texas A&M. But you know who's 4th in sacks? Miami.
Not great.
Of Ohio. So that doesn't really... that doesn't really...
I don't know why I thought we had one less than
No, you've got 12 games.
No, y'all are even.
12 games.
They have more TFLs, Oklahoma
So
does.
I've been over here putting us at number 2 and we're motherfucking 1?
Yeah, you're tied for 1.
Okay, well, to my point, I mean, and again, as somebody who believed in Carson Beck, who had Carson Beck in the top 10 quarterbacks going into the season, and when he played really well, it was like, wow, see, he just needed to change the scenery. He needed to go date a Cavender twin and get all these luxury cars.
Don't we all?
Yeah, he gets...
Nah, I'm good.
He gets rattled. Well, of course, Bloodman. He gets rattled, and he does. He almost like he spirals out of control a little bit. That's going to be the key for me with A&M. Cassius Howell put him on his ass.
Now, listen, Texas, who's third in the country in sacks, kind of set a good template of how to slow down Marcel Reed and A&M. You know, you use a vicious front seven, and we'll get there. You use a vicious front seven, and you play coverage, and you force him to read a defense, and he didn't do well against Texas. Miami is equipped with the same, kind of defensive front four, front seven, that if they play coverage and make Marcel Reed beat them. But the one thing I'd say about that, and that was a T-Bob point from earlier today, so it's not like I own that take. A little different when Marcel Reed's at home in the playoff as opposed to being at Texas on a Friday, or was that a Friday night?
Friday night.
So I think Marcel Reed's inability to get comfortable that night might have stemmed from both the pressure and the defense and the fact that he's on the road and not at Kyle Field.
And the fact he got injured in that game.
Yep. And that's what I was going to say. And I'm not trying to use an excuse. I'd love to never talk about that Texas game again. He did get injured. He went into the blue tent. I'm going to assume they gave him the good shit. I don't know that for a fact, but I'm going to assume. So a lot of times in the second half, which was a very bad.
Mr. Making Money was there?
Huh? Yeah. Yes, he was. Mr. Making Money, right?
Gave
in
him
that
the good shit?
Yeah. No, a lot of, no, it was a very bad half of football. There's no question.
T-Bob liked that one.
But he didn't, a lot of times when he would have normally taken off and used his legs, because we know he's a dual threat quarterback and can do that, he wouldn't. And I believe it was because he was injured. And so having that extra week to get healthy, but yes, I mean, I was going to say what Liam did. He was also injured and it's at home. But yeah, no, Miami's a little bit scary when they play well.
Am I to understand we're putting together a touchdown parlay?
Yeah, we are play.
Do you have that one or I have that one?
You have that one.
We're going to do one touchdown score from each game?
I already picked mine.
Okay, well, hers is Marcel Reed.
No. Kayce Concepcion.
Okay.
I think he's plus 110.
One from each game, one from each team.
One from each game.
All 4 games, we're picking a touchdown score. All right. The stage is set. The college football playoffs are here. Every snap, every drive, every touchdown. DraftKings Sportsbook, the #1 sportsbook for live betting, puts you right at the center of the action. From real-time wagers to season-ending thrillers, DraftKings keeps you in the game from kickoff to the final whistle. New customers bet just $5. If your bet wins, get $200 in bonus bets instantly. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app. Use code ROUGH. That's code ROUGH to turn $5 into $200 in bonus bets if your bet wins. In partnership with DraftKings, the crown is yours. Big Ev, do you have a player to enter into? Because obviously Kayce goes first with Concepcion from Texas A&M. Do you have somebody?
Give me John Mateer to find pay dirt. Little quarterback keep, first and goal from the 4, shotgun, take extra blocker, take it in himself for 6. Mateer.
John Mateer. All right. T-Bob, do you have a touchdown score? T-Bob, are you awake?
He's on mute.
Oh, he's
T-Bob, are you alive?
Mute.
Unmute yourself.
My bad. I muted myself. My bad. I was gonna go Mateer, and then I my back pocket one was Tony. I'm just trying to run through if I think there's
I got one.
an option I believe in more.
You ready?
You go first.
Kewan Lacey's obviously scoring a touchdown.
All right, minus 600.
Yeah.
Is he's minus 600? Okay.
Minus 600?
Okay, wait.
Lacey scored 2.
No, hold on.
How is he minus 600?
Their receivers are. They got so many good receivers, and Chambliss. We think Chambliss going to run one in?
I cannot believe that man is.
Take Lacey.
No, I'm not taking
Retzloff.
Hey, it's an anytime touchdown parlay that'll help boost the odds. I mean, what's John Mateer?
He's right. Ole Miss's defense is just okay. Retzloff's going to play a lot better. Retzloff could run one in. Give me Retzloff from that game. They'll lose, but I think Retzloff could score a touchdown. Who have I not asked? Does anybody else have one? So we can have 4.
We need a JMU Oregon.
What do you got from that one, Blutman?
You gotta have Kayce Lacey.
No, I don't. I'm fine.
We want to win a parlay.
Yeah, well, bet on him next year when he's in Baton Rouge.
Let's do Jordan Davison on Oregon.
All right, there you go.
We gotta wait for the Mateer odds to drop, but those 3 are plus 574 right now.
Very good. There's your
pending the addition of Mateer.
There's your parlay.
I have a dumb question. Why are his odds not dropped yet?
There are just no touchdown score odds out for that game yet.
Nobody's gonna score a touchdown.
That's a strange.
We say that like. No touchdown bet in that game is not the.
Oh, you want to do that?
It's not the worst thing I've ever heard. Listen,
9-6 Oklahoma final.
Yeah, somebody said a rock fight, or you said a rock fight, Big Ev, and the score you used was 17-14. And in my mind, I was going like 9-6 is on the table, 6-3 is on the table in that game.
I would just like everyone to know out there, we're paying the bills this episode. We have 9 ads,
and we're still on YouTube.
That's right. And you know how we pay the bills, fellas. You already know what time it is. It's time to level up. And Blue Chew just dropped something crazy. I'm talking next level championship belt, gold-plated energy. Blue Chew Gold is the newest innovation from the #1 chewable ED brand. It's ain't your grandpa's little blue pill. This is the 4-in-1 beast that's setting the gold standard for performance. We're talking 2 ingredients for blood flow to keep that rocket pumping, mixed with apomorphine and oxytocin to turn up the arousal and connection in your brain and body. Blue Chew Gold dissolves under your tongue and works in as little as 15 minutes. That means you can get it on quicker and stay in the game longer. Elevation without hesitation. This is peak passion and peak performance in a single tablet. If your bed could talk after this, your bed would be asking for a break. Make life easier by getting harder. Discover your options at BlueChew.com. We've got a special deal for our listeners. Get 10% off your first month of Blue Chew Gold with code Roughness. That's promo code Roughness. Visit BlueChew.com for more details, important safety information. We thank Blue Chew for sponsoring this podcast.
Very, very quickly, I'm just going to enter a non-playoff question into the discussion here. I'll start with Big Ev. We're getting more transfer portal notifications day by day than we know what to do with. But I'll just go through some of the quarterbacks who have entered the portal this week. That is Dylan Raiola from Nebraska, DJ Lagway from Florida, Brendan Sorsby from Cincinnati, Sam Levitt entered last week from Arizona State. That if you just want to throw some more out there, Liam, that come to your mind.
Mestamaker entered today.
Mestamaker. So you've got all these guys from North Texas, right? You've got all these guys that have entered. Big Ev, Ohio State, Julian Sayin decides he wants to quit football and run off and join the circus. Ohio State is suddenly in the
what a bad
market.
decision by Sayin.
Terrible decision, but let him live his truth. You are now in the market for a transfer quarterback. You have the #1 pick. Who do you take? Raiola, Lagway, Sorsby, Levitt, Mestamaker, other. There are many I have not named.
Ev, who should else you go after? Answer for me. Who should else you go
I was
after?
going to say, am I allowed to take someone who hasn't technically entered yet?
Well, yeah, but Chambliss is going to Baton Rouge.
Well, that would have been my pick for sure. Out of that list you just said, I would. This is tough because I am maybe the #1 Sorsby guy in the podcast. I would say I am the #1 Sorsby guy in the podcast. I think I've said this to Liam. I'm a big Sam Levitt fan.
Yeah.
I think he's a phenomenal quarterback. I think he's tough. I think he's like an NFL style guy. And I think if I was obviously I was an Ohio State fan, a little bit more of a pro style kind of situation. I think Levitt can sling it. I like his confidence, his toughness. I'm a Sam Levitt guy. But Lagway, I think, is the most like, if you're going to shoot for the stars, I think Lagway has the most potential that's untapped at the moment.
T-Bob, I don't know why I started with Ev, because you actually are in this situation. The world is LSU's oyster right now. Lane Kiffin's going to get somebody.
That's right.
And if it's not Chambliss, if it's somebody else, who would it be? Or if it's Chambliss, go ahead.
I just got really excited because do I get to do all the Island Time memes now?
You can do whatever you want.
No, I'm just saying, on top of taking everything from Ole Miss, are we even going to take all of their Island Time memes?
Well, the sad part is
how they've defined their entire year this year.
You're gonna have to make your Twitter account have that little Trinidad flag thing right there.
Yeah.
And no Ole Miss fan ever realized that it got damn close to looking like a Confederate flag. Not one of them realized it.
It shocked me how little they realized that.
Yeah. Well, or cared.
Boy.
Yeah.
Or cared.
Go ahead, T-Bob.
I'll take Chambliss. I mean, I think Chambliss is great. I agree with Ev on the Lagway take. I would have been – the problem with Lagway is the numbers are so discouraging, but the people that know quarterback play way more than I do fucking love DJ Lagway. One of the main guys in reference there is my old co-host, Aaron Murray, and I trust Aaron's quarterback opinions very, very highly. I'm not very high on Raiola, Aiden Childs, Sorsby. I didn't. Mestamaker's an interesting name because the numbers are awesome, but I didn't watch Mestamaker super closely, to be honest there. So I'll go. Obviously, I'll be happy with Island Time. If he doesn't end up coming, give me Sam Levitt. I'd like to see what Lane can do with Levitt.
T-Bob somehow just answered every single quarterback.
Every single
available.
one.
Kayce,
Because everyone's available to Lane.
You and I.
The world is our oyster.
You and I don't have this problem like Big Ev and T-Bob do. Nobody who has any idea who Ohio State's quarterback is going to be next year, and LSU, obviously. I have Kamario Taylor, so I'm good. And
I have Marcel
You
Reed,
have Marcel Reed. But pretending you don't have somebody as unreliable as Julian Sayin and nobody.
Wait, hold on.
I like how I just made a narrative out of nowhere.
Ev, was Julian Sayin with Diego Pavia saying fuck Indiana? Was that him?
That's not the Julian Sayin I know.
Was that him?
Could have been the back of his head. Also, to defend Diego Pavia, I mean, do we really think Pavia paid a guy and was like, put fuck Indiana on this side?
Yes, I actually do think that.
Yes, I do.
I have no problem believing
you guys are both really, really stupid.
Which opens up a question for me right now, Big Ev. Diego Pavia was partying in New York City this weekend. You live and work around New York City. You have been dying to party with Diego Pavia. You've been in contact with Diego Pavia. Why did I not see you in any of these?
I don't know. Well, I didn't. I didn't reach out to him. I didn't know. I didn't hit him up or anything. I guess that was
maybe a miss.
Kind of a miss.
Heisman night's not the night. Heisman's night maybe not the night.
For other guys, it was for him.
No. It's one of those where like he guy rolls 80 deep. Like it's not like we're like friends. Like we've talked online a few times. Like we follow each other. He knows I'm a day one guy, but I didn't even attempt because he's out there. He's got his offensive line. He's got 90 family members. Like what do I do? Hey,
that like really hot girl,
that media member who just likes you from afar. Like also, can I come by?
Hey, you know what?
I'm not that guy.
You know what Ev just described? Barstool lore here. What Ev just described is Dave and Gaz trying to go hang out with Johnny when he won the Heisman. Remember, Dave like drove from.
I don't remember that.
Dave, like Johnny promised him that he could come out the night that he won the Heisman, and Dave and Gaz drove from Boston, and Johnny just ghosted him, and like they were just running around New York trying to find Johnny to get into the club.
Gaz drove? Were there college girls there?
Well, yeah, I mean probably who Johnny hung out with. I'm pretty sure that was exactly what Ev just said. It's like a media member trying to hang out. Can we all agree that Diego Pavia, and Ev will not agree with this, and I know you guys have been talking about it all week, but Diego Pavia going from a guy that was like, oh, this guy's really cocky and like funny and like, oh, it's a great storyline, to the just a heel turn completely over the weekend. Am I the only one that felt that way?
I felt like that on Monday. I was like, all right, man, just chill the fuck out. But then I thought about it more. Just, you know what? You got to let a bird fly.
That's true.
And if a bird's going to fly in a certain direction, just let him fly. Is it affecting my money? Is it affecting me? Nah, no. Just you know what? Fuck him, Diego.
You know what? I just realized I'm a very big hypocrite, because if it's my bird, I want my bird to fly. I want Johnny to act like an asshole.
Johnny flew all over the place.
I want him to act like an asshole at all times.
All right.
It's like you're getting mad at a bear for shit in the woods. Like he's gonna do like when Diego Pavia comes in second in the Heisman when he has better numbers than everyone, he's gonna say F the voters.
Yep.
He had a moment. He went to get some drinks. And
that girl hasn't gotten famous yet.
That girl was.
Has she gotten famous yet?
She ought to be.
She was
She's
hot.
Famous on my phone.
Brandon, that sounds so creepy and weird.
What did I say? No.
Don't say that. That's weird.
I didn't say that.
You said it.
Brandon, you rubbed one out to her?
No, God, I didn't say that.
What did you kind of insinuated it.
I asked the question.
You screenshot it?
No, I didn't. Oh, by the way, Big Av, it's crazy for you to call us stupid because of down Diego Pavia and then immediately saying I masturbated because I said I saw a picture on a phone.
No, you didn't. You said she's famous on your phone.
Famous on everybody. She's a beautiful gal.
Your phone was intimating masturbation.
She looks smart.
I for one, I'm a heterosexual male. I use my phone to masturbate from time to time.
Yeah.
My answer was honestly probably Colton Joseph. I really like the way that he pushes the ball downfield. I'm really intrigued by him and see where he ends up. He was actually a shoo-in for the Vanderbilt job until Jared Curtis flipped. I'm eager to see where he ends up, Brand Walker. Also very attracted to Drew Messmaker and what he's going to bring to the table for Oklahoma State, we could only assume. And that guy who's not in the portal yet, but Brand Walker, T-Bob, you all know tampering game's crazy. Everyone's doing it. What if Indiana's maybe missed on a few of these guys? What if they're maybe talking to a Josh Hoover right now, trying to get him to come from Fort Worth up to Bloomington? I would love that fit a lot.
Let me tell you something. Tampering is running amok in college football.
And nobody cares.
Nothing pisses me off more than a coach getting in front of a mic saying, God, listen, y'all. They're just calling my locker room right now. I got kids on my roster getting phone calls from everywhere. He will say, all right, thanks, guys. Appreciate it. So, assistant will hand him a phone. Coach, this is the quarterback at TCU if you want to talk to him. Oh, yeah, what's up, man? We'd love to have him. Every one of these motherfuckers, these hypocritical motherfuckers, is doing this. It's like Saban retiring and then saying, man, paying these players, I don't know, man. Like, you build your fucking career on this. So Drinkwitz is the one I saw the other day. You're telling me, Eli Drinkwitz, you're going to whine about your roster being talked to about tampering and this and that. You want to say all the transfers you take, you've never, ever talked to them before they enter the portal? These coaches, I wouldn't believe them if their fucking tongues were notarized. These coaches are it's bullshit. I hate when a coach is like, poor us, man. Our little roster, I can't believe all these teams are talking to my roster. You lying pieces of shit.
Do you think any of them actually have gaslit themselves into believing that, though?
That they're better?
Yes.
I believe there's definitely some coaches. I mean, listen. There's some coaches who believe the smell of their own bullshit. Dabo. There's coaches out there that believe every bit of the bullshit that they spew. Nick Saban's one of them. And probably most of them, to be honest. He's not special in that regard.
Like, they tell themselves that for long enough, then Nick Saban may believe that he actually never paid anybody.
Well, I think Saban got to the same place that Krzyzewski, in my mind, got to, and this is just me, like, guessing. But
he wasn't part of it?
Where it's like, yeah, like he just tells somebody, hey, take care of it.
Yeah.
Like I don't need to know anything.
Yeah.
I'm going to recruit traditionally.
Yeah.
You take care of it.
I want to see
him other people underneath him take care of it.
I want to see him on the practice field in August. You make sure that happens.
Yes.
Lids, I would say I got it on my head right now. Shout out Lids. Like Brandon always says, best mall store. They got the 47 collab, NFL collab, and it's holiday season. You're a real fan. You already know where to go, and it is Lids. This is the new 47 brand. This is a college one. Got a 47 collection. All fire. That not just hats, though, T-shirts, good logos, vintage-inspired caps, jerseys, all holidays, only at Lids. Whether you're buying for your crew, maybe I'll get holiday gifts for the fellas in case we'll get some Lids going. You're stacking your own lineup. I got an array of hats all through Lids, all 47 brand, all incredible. Hit your local store. You say go to the mall, wherever your local Lids is, get there, get the 47 NFL collab, all caps, all jerseys, all holiday, only at Lids. From exclusive team gear, the custom gifts, there's no better place to turn up your holiday style. Lids has you covered, literally. Shout out Lids, shout out 47, the best in the business. Love Lids. You have to go shopping at Lids. Get some hats for the fellas.
So we got about 10 minutes left before Daddy has to go home and be a parent. He's got to be home.
Don't call yourself Daddy.
Well, I literally am. That.
I know, but
Daddy's got to go home and parent. Daddy's got to
babysit.
No, I actually have to go. I got to make sure I get by the mall before 5 to get some Christmas presents.
That's fair.
Okay.
Hey, you did call Ev baby earlier too.
Well, no, he called him. He pretty much did that by himself by texting the group chat, "Hey, I'll be home in a minute." And I was like, "Hurry home, baby."
Yeah, I had to do a little copy and paste to the wife.
I'll just throw it out like this: 4 playoff games this weekend. This is a free and flowing period. Big Ev, T-Bob, don't make that face, woman. I didn't mean it like that, obviously.
You did. That was crazy language combination.
Pause.
This is a freestyle moment. I'm handing you it's open mic night. Say whatever you would like to say about this weekend of college football. And you know what? Because you're the only one whose team is playing, you will go first. Kayce, open mic night, go.
This is why I love the 12-team playoff, boys. This is great. Listen, you never want to lose to your arch rival, but I'm going to use this moment, and I'm going to tell everybody that's out there listening, I'm so fucking sorry if you don't want to hear about A&M, because my team is one of the 12 teams playing this weekend. We have a home game. I'm taking my dad, which is he is the reason I'm an Aggie. He's the reason I love A&M football. I'm taking him. We're on the sidelines. We're going to the game. It's going to be absolutely incredible. And this is why, as much as it sucks to lose a game, to see the playoff give 4 teams home games in college football, and that's what makes college football so different than any other sport. It's that environment, the passion, the cult, everything that I'm going to see. I'm so excited. But outside of that, the one thing I would like to change, the fact that we're at the 11 a.m. kickoff is bullshit.
Open mic night. Big Ev.
So, like I said, I think Oklahoma's going to win the game. I understand where Brandon's coming from about the saying they're the better team resoundingly. I do think it's close. I don't think Oklahoma is this leaps and bounds better team, but I think they will win. I think they match up well with them. I think the fact they're at home is huge. But the thing I want to talk about is A&M Miami, and specifically to talk about all the sacks from A&M. I think the matchup I'm most excited to watch is Miami's very good offensive line against A&M's elite pass rush. You have guys like Francis Mayag on the outside, going against Cassius House, some of the other pass rushers for A&M. I'm really excited to see that because I think in my head, I think these teams are very close on paper. They're both super talented, super deep. I think the thing that I want to take A&M because I like taking dogs. I want to take a team with the points, but I just don't know if I can trust Cristobal. I don't know if I can trust Beck. I think at home A&M, Elko, I think I just trust them a little bit more. I think they will find a way to win, but I would not be shocked if Miami pulled it off just because they are so talented on paper. I'm just fine, man. I love college, but it's such a shame that we wasted 2 games on scrub teams. It still upsets me, but I'm trying to be positive, enjoy it. Yeah, I just want to talk about that match specifically, Miami's O-line, A&M's pass rush, because I think that is maybe the best matchup in terms of there's legit first-round picks on both sides of the line of scrimmage there. Very, very excited as a ball lover.
I love Mike Elko.
T-Bob, open mic night.
What'd you call this, Brandon? Free-flowing period?
I did.
Well, no wonder you're so obsessed with the Crimson Tide.
It's good.
Right? It's open mic night.
Loki, give him a Buckeye sticker.
Okay. I think what I am most excited for this weekend, it is, I mean, look, obviously it's just like this raw any weekend, Alabama, Oklahoma, Miami, Texas A&M, awesome. Big Ev, you made some great points on kind of the lack of trust. I'm excited to get eyes on Miami. Like I said, I just haven't watched team a lot. Tony's been so great, and I haven't really paid any attention in a very long time. I'm excited to check back in with him. But what I'm most excited about is just elimination football. 60 minutes to determine the rest of your lives. Every single player that's going to enter a game this weekend has worked the entirety of their life to get this point. When that ball is kicked off, they know that they will be entering a 3.5 hour roller coaster ride in which it's not always going to be smooth. There's going to be high highs, going to be low lows. But at the end, if you emerge victorious, you take one step closer to garnering that ultimate prize. That's why tournaments are so much fun. That's why football playoffs are so much fun. And with the premier teams and players we're going to get to watch this week and the Stars on Saturday, that'll be the Stars come Sunday. I just can't fucking wait. So I guess what I'm saying is I'm most excited for the spectacle of everything this weekend.
Kayce, hit me with some business.
Well, Venmo.
Double business me.
You want a double business?
Double business.
All right, let's double business. Venmo, we've talked about it all season. The Venmo Stash, because it's the new rewards program. We've got the Big Ten. We've got Oregon playing JMU this weekend. With Venmo Stash, you can earn up to 5% cash back and use your Venmo debit card at some of your favorite brands. They have special edition cards featuring your favorite Big Ten and Big 12 colleges. And the best part is it's tied all right to your Venmo app. So you guys know how Venmo works. You have a physical card now where you can use it. You can also put it on your mobile device. Get a college-branded Venmo debit card now. Start earning rewards with Venmo Stash. Sign up at venmo.com/collegecard. The Venmo MasterCard is issued by the Bancorp Bank N.A. Select schools are available. Venmo Stash terms and exclusions apply. Max $100 cash back per month. See terms at venmo.me/stash terms. Brandon, obviously the only game with the Big Ten representative this weekend is the Oregon JMU game. Give me a score prediction right now.
Oregon JMU?
Yep. Venmo big game score prediction presented by Brandon Walker.
38-10.
Really?
Yeah.
Anybody else have one they want to throw out for Venmo? Liam, I know you usually like to play these games.
I do. I'm a sucker for guess the score.
Shout out Venmo.
42-14.
Yeah. Awful close to mine. That's fine. All right.
Okay, so that's shout out Venmo.
Shout out Venmo.
Shout out Venmo. And then DraftKings. Again, we have our DraftKings parlay. We have the touchdown parlay, but there's so many different things on the DraftKings Sportsbook app. New customers bet just $5. And if your bet wins, you get $200 in bonus bets instantly. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app. Use code RUFF. That's code RUFF to turn $5 into $200 in bonus bets instantly if your bet wins. In partnership with DraftKings, the crown is yours. Also, the NFL playoffs are coming up soon.
Yep.
A lot of different things on there. Shout
Open
out
mic
DraftKings.
night, Brandon
Open
Walker.
mic night, Liam Blutman.
You.
No, you going last?
Yeah, sure. You go first. No. You got something
Welcome
big,
to stage.
Huh? I don't have anything
Brandon
You go
Bitts.
first.
The goofy grandpa. Take it away, Brandon.
I'm Brandon Bitts. He wears gumbo weather sweater every Monday.
T-Bit.
T-Bits. I'm T-Bits.
And a hockey jersey every Tuesday, right?
Yeah, he's just trying to get
Yeah,
free
he
shit.
does do that.
All right. We have 4 games this weekend. 2 of them are worth looking forward to. When we started this 12-team playoff, it is great and fun and noble of us to say, boy, everybody should have a chance. And I guess, in sports, that's the critical ideal we're looking for. Everybody to have a chance. But it's hard to even pretend that Tulane and JMU are playing the same sport as all these other teams. And it's hard to pretend that they belong here. Last year, Boise State was a 1-loss team, and that 1 loss was by 3 points to the number 1 team in the country. Boise State had a Heisman contender. Boise State was a strong G5 team last year. These are not 2 strong G5 teams, but by a quirk in the system and how they wrote the rules and the guidelines, we ended up getting 2 spots taken up by teams that have 0 chance. And you'll say, well, Brandon, last year we didn't have any close games in the first round. No, but we didn't walk into Ohio State, Tennessee knowing what was going to happen. We didn't know Ohio State had turned into what they had turned into. That game had intrigue going in. It didn't deliver on its promise, but we at least had the lead up saying, Ohio State, Tennessee, that's going to be something. We know right now Tulane and JMU stand no chance this weekend. And it's through no fault of their own. I saw just a tweet right now, just scrolling on Twitter, saying JMU, Bob Chesney said JMU's NIL for this year is about $1 million. That's good for a 3rd-string cornerback on Oregon's football team. Yeah. Then that's just the reality of the situation. So we can all pretend and pat ourselves on the back. Look how we're including everybody. It's great. Meanwhile, we're putting on 4 games this weekend. 2 of them have intrigue. If we're gonna do the best 12 teams, then goddamn it, do the best 12 teams. If we're gonna do this charade, let's do the charade the right way. The G5 deserves representation and a shot at the playoff. It does not deserve an auto bid every single year, and it certainly does not deserve a loophole to get 2. It's just doing a disservice to the G5 because it's going to hurt them eventually. That's what I have to say. That being said, Tulane and JMU, you made it. You're playing it. Fuck me. That's all I've got to say.
No, you're right.
All right.
You're 100% right.
Brandon, can I tell you something interesting?
Yeah.
I was watching a Joel Klatt interview, and he said the only reason the G5 is there is to avoid antitrust litigation.
And I said that on Wake Up Barstool. Dave Portnoy just couldn't fathom it. He was like, "What was there a lawsuit?" You talk about a lawsuit. He thinks he's coming out of his money or something. He gets freaked out.
I was walking from my apartment to work out to my boxing gym, and it was the entire walk listening to you guys talk about that. I was like, "Can you guys just move the fuck on? You're not getting sued, Dave."
Blutman. And keep in mind, I need to leave in 5 minutes.
I don't think he'll be a threat that we need to worry about too much. That's Trey Zune, offense tackle, Texas A&M, talking about Ruben Bain. If you recall Ruben Bain before the Miami-Notre Dame game, you might recall the notebook that was posted where he was outed as being quite a psychopath, quite truthfully. Yes. Anyone remember the notebook?
I do.
So we remember the notebook. Ruben Bain, that's 7.5 sacks as a true freshman. He's got 4.5 this year. He hasn't been able to completely dominate like one had hoped. This is bulletin board material for Ruben Bain, who is a psychopath. Mr. Dane Brugler tweeted out today, Ruben Bain is one of the more polarizing prospects in this draft class. Plenty of day 2 grades from NFL scouts. He's viewed by a defensive tackle by several teams due to his size. This is bulletin board material for Ruben Bain. Ruben Bain, I'm looking to unleash havoc, have the best game of his season on Saturday. It's fuel to the fire. I can't wait to see that matchup. I can't wait to see that game. And Brand Walker, you thought you were on an island alone taking Alabama. I'm also taking Alabama, just so you know.
You had the chance earlier to jump in the boat with me.
I didn't get the opportunity. I
feel like that.
The buoy was never thrown to me.
I feel like the boat was in the dock for a while.
The life preserver was never thrown to me.
The boat was inside. It was docked for a while.
Brother, no. I have concerns about Alabama's offensive line and how much pressure Ty Simpson's having to face. but I still think Alabama wins that game. I see Alabama win that game like 16-9 or something nasty.
I would prefer my offensive line to not be talking shit. I would prefer
they
that.
are. And your team loves to talk.
I know. Also, we're not going to do it right now because you have to go. I have to go. We should put out our brackets on Twitter.
Yeah,
so stay tuned. We'll put those brackets out.
Send your brackets to Lukey. He'll make graphics for us.
And hopefully they're
Tommy
better.
Moffitt wore a reindeer costume.
We banned him.
Tommy Moffitt wore a reindeer costume in the A&M locker room.
All right, I like Miami by 40.
Shut up, Liam.
Well, Tommy shouldn't do that.
We'll see you Saturday night with our live reaction to what happened.
And isn't it? I mean, this is why I'm saying it's like we have the game Friday night and the awesome game Saturday morning, and then we have to dick around for an entire day waiting to go live for those two games.
You want to go live at fucking 2:30?
No, I got work.
From Kyle, can I go live on Kyle Field if we win? Just like right midfield.
Have you ever? All right. We'll see you Saturday. That's Unnecessary Roughness.